Hey, what's up, guys? In tonight topic is war in Ukraine. No sign Russia considering nuclear weapons. ECHQ. And there are no current signs that Russia is considering the use of nuclear weapons in the Ukraine war. The head of ECHQ has said, like other US and Western officials recently, Sir Jeremy Fleming didn't suggest there had been any signs of suspicious activity. Speaking on radio, First Today program, Sir Jeremy warned that any talk of nuclear weapons was very dangerous. GCHQ would hope to see indicators if Russia planned to use them, he said. Any talk of nuclear weapons is very dangerous, and we need to be very careful of how we are talking about that. It's clear to me that whilst we might not lie in many ways, I've heard the ways the Russian military machine and President Putin are conducting this war. They are staying within the doctrine that we understand for their use, including for nuclear weapons. He added, I'm sure Putin is worried about the dangers of escalation. He thinks about those in different terms, but I think it is a sign that he hasn't reached for these other forms of waging war. The comment comes as the head of the intelligence agency plans to say in a speech of Tuesday that Ukraine is turning the tide against exhausted Russian force. He will say President Vladimir Putin's decision making has proved flawed. And he will say President Vladimir Putin's, we know, and Russian commanders on the ground know, that their supplies and munition are running out. Sir Jeremy will say in his speech at the annual Royal United Service Institute Security Lecture. He will urge that a mobilization of prisoners and experienced men speaks of the desperate situation, and we also directly criticize President Putin is isolated and making mistakes. Speaking on radio force, today program about the states of the Russian military, Sir Jeremy said it was running short of munition and is certainly running short of friends. The word I have used is desperate, he said. We can see that desperation at many levels inside Russian society and Russia's military machine. But he warned that the missile attacks on target across Ukraine on Monday showed Russia was still very capable of causing damage. He added, Russia's military machine can launch weapons. It has deep stocks and expertise, and yet it's very broadly stretched in Ukraine. The intelligence chief will also assure that the UK is all this or a defining moment when it comes to China. The Director of Intelligence, Cyber and Security Agency will say the cost of Russia of war in Ukraine in terms of both people and equipment are staggering, as early gains are now reversed. With little effective internal challenge, his decision making has proved flawed. It's a high stakes strategy that is leading to strategic errors in judgment. Sir Jeremy also claims that Russian people are now starting to understand the problems caused by what describes as Putin's war of choice. Shocking horror after Russia had wave of strikes across Ukraine. Who or what blew up the Crimean Bridge? Russia has accelerated daily response to Crimean Bridge attack. They are seeing just how badly Putin has misjudged the situation. He will say they're flaying the breath, releasing they can no longer travel. They know their access to modern technology and external influence will be drastically restricted. In a speech in March, Sir Jeremy said intelligence has shown some Russian soldiers in Ukraine have refused to carry out orders, sabotage their own equipment, and accidentally shut down one of their own aircraft. The bulk of lecture on Tuesday focused on China. He will describe the UK as being at this sliding doors moment in which different paths taken will define the future. He argued the Chinese Communist Party is aiming to manipulate a technology that underpins people live to embed influence at home and abroad to provide opportunities for surveillance. Hey guys, sorry for the pause, guys. I got interrupted, and I like say, here the Chinese Communist Party is aiming to manipulate the technology that underpins people's lives to its influence at home and abroad, and provides opportunity that for surveillance. But the intelligence chief said we wouldn't stop children using TikTok, which owned by Chinese fear ByteDance. But say young people should be more aware of their personal data and how it could be shared. No, I wouldn't stop children from using TikTok, but I will speak to my child about the way in which they think about her personal data under her peace. He told BBC Radio Forest today program. I think it's really important but we understand that there is no free good here. When we are using this service, we are exchanging our data for data if it's proportionate and we're happy with that way that data is safe for, then that's great. Make the most of that. Make those videos. Use TikTok, but just think before you do. He added. He will also warn that China is seeking to create planned economies and governments by exporting technology to countries around the world, saying these countries risk more gain in the future by building Chinese technology with hidden cost. He would say this includes areas like new standards for the internet which could provide tracking methods and greater government control of Chinese digital currencies, which could be used to monitor the transactions of users and try to evade the type and sanctions imposed of Russia. And the plans for a Chinese satellite system CTM first it could be used to track individuals. Chinese control of these areas is not inevitable. He will say, adding, our new future strategic technology advantage based on what we as a community do next. On the other hand, China bans UK memes after abuse sanctions. China has imposed sanctions on 9 UK citizens, including 5 MEPs, for spreading what it called lies and disinformation about the country. They were among the most vocal critics of China in the UK. Its tone is retaliation for measures taken by the UK government on Monday over human rights abuses against Uyghur Muslim minority group. Boris Johnson said those sanctions were shining a light on gross human rights violations. Freedom to speak our opposition to abuse is fundamental and I stand firmly with them. The Prime Minister said in a tweet. The Foreign Secretary said Beijing wanted to credibly rebut the claims it should allow UN access to Xinjiang. Those targeted by China include former Conservative leader Sir Lane Duncan-Smith, 2 peers, a lawyer and an academic. Sir Lane said he would wear the sanctions as a badge of honor. The response by China follows similar sanctions imposed on the European Union, which was part of the coordinated actions on Monday along with the UK, the US and Canada. China has detained Uyghurs at camps in the northwest region of Xinjiang where allegations of torture, forced labor and sexual abuse have emerged. It has denied allegations of abuse, claiming the camps are re-education facilities used to combat terrorism. And Xinjiang lies in northwest of China, and it is country's biggest region, like Tibet. It is autonomous, meaning in theory it has some power of held governance, but in practice it faces major restrictions by the central government. Uyghurs living in the region speak their own language, similar to Turkish, and see themselves as culturally and ethnically close to Central Asian nations. The Chinese government has been accused for carrying out forced sterilization on young women and separating children from their families. Well, the country initially denied the existence of the camp before defending them as necessary measure against terrorists. It has denied allegations of human rights abuse. Well, it's a little, and I see you in the next episode, guys. Goodbye.